Welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic. We are going to pick up here in episode 4 now, I believe it is. We're currently on Dantooine. We just cleansed the grove of its dark side taint, which was a somewhat fallen Padawan. And we're going to pick up where we left off. I think we did find the missing droid that ran away on its own, and took care of that. And here we go. Let's go into this Crystal Cove. My display shelf for streams with my awesome Terminator and Clone Trooper, because you got to have one. I've got Time Force Blue on his Chrono Cycle, that sounds about right. And then back here, I've got the main Megazord for ToQger, which is a super fun Sentai show. Power Rangers, but Japanese. Based on Trains and Imaginations was the theme for that one, so that's pretty fun. Alright, let's check out these caves. Ooh, kidding. It's okay, you're no match for the power of Power Attack. Oops. Got some things to change here. Power attacking for me. Thank you. There we go. Failed to do some of my pre-stream prep, but that's okay. We're a little behind tonight. There we go. Alright, fix that. Now back to power attacking. Man, it is not very lit in here. I cannot see much. But keep missing. Okay. Flurries it is. Top bar's about to die. I have not been paying enough attention. Just do a basic attack. Maybe that'll do it. Oh, of course, there we go. Oh, 600 experience for that one. Must have been like a matriarch. Let's heal up. Yeah. Sawbar, why don't you take...
Yes,
back.
Sure.
Sure. Bash. Ooh, I got a lightsaber crystal. Got a lightsaber crystal. Nice. Doing some good old egg bashing, I guess, is what we do. Ooh, there's a body. Durasteel bonding alloy response package. Neat. Crystal. Ooh, another crystal. Excellent. Ooh. Lightsaber crystal. Nice. Bash. Bash. Bash again, because you missed. Information. I see. Bash. Thank you. Lightsaber crystals. Bash. And bash again. Okay, I think. Yep. It's a really in and out cave. It's not that drawn out. It's much more expanded in the second game. But we're done here with this crystal cave. Maybe we got some lightsaber colors that I can change on my blade. Man, I might need to get 4 speed so I can speed walk through this stuff. There we go. Alright, let's flurry and then switch back to some power attacks. Alright, he was not here when we came out. It's okay, we're gonna default to our regular, gotta walk around, gotta fill out this map, baby. I like my maps complete. This section's done. Let's heal up again for some Zalbar health. Ooh, Mandalorian. What an excellent time to use some grenades. I'm all out of plasmas. Okay, frag grenades it is. Grenade. And we go in for some power attacks. I think I already got one of them with the grenade. Yep, alright, Duros are no match for my front flips. Alright, I wonder if those were the last of the Mandos. At least here on the planet. Mandalorian datapad. Not met their most powerful guy yet. Alright. I wonder where he is. I honestly don't remember. But there's a metal case. Repair kit. Ooh, a footlocker we can open. Lots of mines that I will probably not ever use. Alright. How's our map? Alright, it's coming along. Ooh, Cath Hounds. Let's power attack. Good old power attack, they'll never expect it. Aha! Excuse me. Man, all that experience farming makes me hungry. I had to have a bite of my food real quick. An albino Cathhound. Huh. I suspect they're going to be tougher. Alright guys, teamwork. Let's jack up this albino Cathhound. Let's reposition. There we go. Right now. And I missed. I'm attacking from the back. How did I miss? Because I moved. Is that somehow jacking with me? There we go. $800 XP. Worth it. Am I stuck? Huh? Sure. Oops, Zalbar. Okay, good. Not stuck anymore. That was weird. I got like stuck on Zalbar. Map coming. It's coming along excellently. Force heal. Or, excuse me, cure. Not quite force heal. We're not reviving each other from the dead. It's a different force power. It's called Force Revive. I don't think it exists here in the first game, but it does definitely exist in KOTOR 2. Exploring the map. Map pack. I don't know why I'm just seeing the frickin' backpack theme from Dora the Explorer right now. Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map? There's the map. I think I gotta wait to deal with you guys. I'm gonna keep casing your joint, though. Casing your old ground, your whole property grounds thing. I appreciate that Dantooine is overall just a chill, plain farming planet, mostly, I guess, like an agri world. I gotta take another bite during the load screen. Oh no, it loaded so fast. Oh man, Cathounds are ready for us. Here we go. Alright, good teamwork. But we all know it was the power of my front flips. That's what won us that fight 100%. Oh, I own this map already. Okay. Path south, path north. I wonder if there's something I'm missing here because I didn't need to explore. Ooh, who's that? We have a mystery to solve. If I remember right, Bolak. Apprentice, your arrival here is well-timed. Who are you? I am Bolak, a Jedi from the Enclave. I was sent by the Jedi Council to investigate a killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem as both the suspects and I speak Basic and Huttese. I was going to handle this case myself, but now that you are here, this could be an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate how well you've been learning your lessons at the Academy. Though you are not a full Jedi yet, perhaps you could assist me in sorting out the truth from the lies. What do you want me to do? Listen to the stories given by the two suspects. I have brought an information retrieval droid with access to archives both at the Jedi Archive and the planetary capital. I will use my wisdom and experience to offer you guidance, but I will not solve the case for you. There's little benefit if you do not solve the problem yourself. That's fair. Consider each man's account and check the facts with the information droid. Once you have gathered all the evidence you think you need, run through the possible scenario with me. If you're unable to come to a satisfactory resolution, then I will take these men to the Enclave and deal with this myself. According to the accounts of the participants, these three men were out here in the field together earlier before the clouds broke. I find that very odd, for most people would seek shelter indoors when the sky is filled with dark storm clouds as it was earlier today. That is not the most puzzling aspect of the case. The dead man, Caldor Neddick, was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. The rifle was found lying near his body with bloodstains on it. It has been sent back to the Enclave for analysis. The other two men found at the scene when I arrived. One was Hodin Guild. He was unarmed. The other was Rickard Lussoff, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men say that they did not do anything and that the other came across the body, but they both also accused the other. Obviously, there is more to this than what we have been told. I will begin my investigation. Oh, is there anything else I should know? There's one last thing. When I arrived, Handon was holding his side and Rickard was favoring one of his legs. You would do well to remember this as we progress through the case. Is there anything else you need? I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Alright. Talk to Handon first.
You must be assisting Master Boluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Should I have?
I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, when all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead.
Did you see the killer?
And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Man. Dude, this is a murder investigation. Maybe you should chill your bones.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
Man, you guys are both kind of jerks. Tell me what
I
happened.
was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find
Wasn't it
Hannah
cloudy this
standing
morning?
over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Ma'am, you guys are,
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one Master Balut
really
has
rude.
enlisted to help you with this problem. I am an information
Yes, I
retrieval
am.
droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave from the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Netic, Rickard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require?
alright, I like that. What do you find out
My
about the body?
preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about these
These
planes.
planes are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Cathounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by cathounds in the last 2 weeks.
That's a
general
lot.
advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and homes.
That's a lot of animal attacks. Oh, but if that coincides with Giovanni turning the plains into like her dark place, and if that's been affecting the Cathounds, that explains that. More questions later. And let's talk to Bolek. Yes, is there something I can do to help you with this investigation? I want to discuss the murder. Very well. We should start at the beginning. If we find the truth behind each piece of the puzzle, we will no doubt resolve the case. Handon said that he was nearby and heard a shot and ran over, only to find Calder already dead. He said Rickard came out of the shadows of the rocks holding a blaster in his hands. Rickard said that he was hunting Iraz, saw one through the glare of the sun and shot it. It's possible that Rickard may have shot Caldor accidentally and Handon may have found the body, but that seems like a very unlikely explanation. It is more likely that at least one of them are lying. Obviously, one of these men is not telling us something, but where does the truth lie? Rickard's lying. It was cloudy. There was no sun glare. He is being rude to me, though. Yes, well done. It was very cloudy this morning. If it had happened as Rickard said, the sun would not have been visible at the time of the killing. You seem to have caught... Excuse me. Rickard in a bit of a lie. It seems I was correct in assuming you could help me with this case. This lie doesn't prove him to be guilty, but I think you have taken the first step in unraveling this mystery. Hey, it's a murder dinner theater. Murder theater dinner? Technically? We should proceed on to the next point. We need to find a motive for the killing. Shoot, I missed it. If there's anything else you need, I will remain here while you question the witnesses. Hey, Rickard.
So, what do you want to know?
Bullock said you were limping.
Well,
Are you hurt?
Kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious.
I want to ask you something
So,
else.
What do you want to know?
Did you know the
Yeah,
victim?
I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife.
I want to ask you something
So,
else.
What do you want to know?
Why were you
told
out here?
already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area
Irias.
recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one. Like I said before, I shot and pow, it went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Irias was gone. Now I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now?
I want to ask you something
So,
else.
What do you want to know?
Why would someone want to kill
You
him?
Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing
Dude,
over the damn
you're being
body.
so
I don't know
rude.
why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. Right.
Dude, you are being a jerk.
How can I be of further assistance? I
Did you
know
know
him
the
a little
victim?
bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
No one says you killed him.
I'm sorry.
Yet?
I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him?
I want to ask you
How can I
something
be of
else.
further assistance?
You're holding your side. Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that.
I want to ask you
How can
something
I be of
else.
further assistance?
Why would someone want to kill him?
Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sore business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him.
No one says you killed him.
I'm
Yet.
sorry,
Okay,
course.
we saw that.
Of
That's
course.
all for now.
Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
I'm
Is there
sure
any
you will.
other information you need?
What can you tell me about Caldor and Handon?
The rental business has records that over the past 7 weeks, a speeder has been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
What about Caldor and Rickard?
Municipal authorities near the Garen spaceport. There had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need?
I will have. What can you tell me about the body?
Analysis of the body. Is there any other?
Oh, yeah, no, I already did this.
Very well.
Okay, I have more questions later.
How can I
You're
be
both
further
lying, you
assistance?
jerks. You knew Caldor better than you admitted. You rented a speeder with
I
him.
realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Punch his face in?
My
Why?
wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime.
I want to ask
How
you
can I be
something
of further
else.
assistance? Of course, of course.
Nothing more right now.
So, what do you want to know?
You thought Calder was cheating
I don't
you.
love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport.
Yeah, you told me
We've
that.
been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
You could deny it, but there was bad blood between
Right.
you. So they've both now lied about knowing him. I want to discuss the murder. We know Rickard lied about the sun blinding him while shooting, but we need more to go on. Let's examine the relationship of each man with the victim. Handon told me he barely knew the victim. On the other hand, Rickard and the victim were business partners. However, according to Rickard, they got along quite well. On the surface, neither man seems to have a motive for killing Calder. Hendon is lying. I get their names confused. Why do you believe that? He knew his wife was cheating on him. Well, that is certainly a motive for murder. The case is taking shape. However, you mustn't jump to any quick conclusions. Perhaps we should now focus on the murder weapon itself. You might want to see what information the witnesses and the information droid can provide you about the blaster found in your body. Is there anything else you need? I'll remain here while you question the witnesses.
Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about the weapon found at the scene. This is what Jake Peralta feels like all the time on Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Solving murders and puzzles. It's great. I missed all of that. Okay.
Specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact he did not. Is there any other information?
Well,
Very well. I will be.
it's not great, but I'm gonna ask them about it.
How can I be of further assistance?
Excuse me? Do you know anything about the weapon found by the
That
body?
blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money
What?
to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous Cathhounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
Nothing more right now.
Yeah, what do you
Ooh, Candaris, do you have any
you
interesting
want to hear
stories?
tales of my exploits? The wars I've seen and fought, the enemies I've seen die by my hand?
Yes, please.
Sure, I'll humor you. My
Yes,
name's
war
Candaris,
stories.
of the Mandalorian clan Ordo. I've been fighting across the galaxy for 40
Shit,
of your
popcorn.
years. For my people, it
I
is
love
the honor
Candaris'
and
stories.
glory
They're
of
fantastic.
battle that rules us. It's through combat that we prove our worth, gain renown, and make our fortunes.
Is that why the Mandalorians attacked the Republic?
The Sith came to us with an offer. To fight a worthy enemy in a battle that would be remembered forever. Win or lose, as long as the fight is worthy, then honor is gained. The glory at having triumphed over impossible odds is what drives us. If there's nothing
Always
at
seeking a
stake,
challenge?
your possessions, your life, your world, then the battle's meaningless. We Mandalore take everything we are and throw it into battle. It's the true test of yourself. The battle against death. Against oblivion.
So, the thing he references with the Sith came to them with an offer. So that takes place before the Mandalorian Wars, which also takes place before this game. And before the Mandalorian Wars, there was Exar Kun and Ulic Calderoma, if I remember correctly. And they were fallen Jedi that waged a war on the Republic, and Ulic gained the allegiance of the Mandalorians by defeating Mandalore. I forget his sub-part of the title. But he defeated that Mandalore in single combat. And at the end of this war between the Sith and the Republic, the Mandalorians were raiding... oh man, what is the name of that world? Is it Duxon? Duxon is the name of the moon, I'm pretty sure. Basically, this beast world. We'll go to it in the second game. And he got shot down and crashed on the Duxan moon, the Beast Moon, and was overrun. And eventually one of the other Mandalorians found what was left of him, and he picked up the mask, because that's how Mandalorians were chosen. They retrieved the mask of the previous Mandalore, and he became Mandalore the Ultimate, and that Mandalore the Ultimate, is who led the Mandalorians against the Republic in the Mandalorian Wars that they're talking about all the time in this game. Sorry for the tangent. I just love Star Wars. Is that why you work as a mercenary?
Times have changed now. The Mandalore clans have been scattered across the Outer Rim. The Republic is in decline, and the Sith Empire rises to take its place. The clans as
Like
they
that
were
happens a lot.
aren't a threat, but the galaxy still fears us. People think we war out of spite or bloodlust. They don't understand, and fear that. We only wanted the challenge of the battle, and glory from it, win or lose. And we lost. But now I have no real
Y'all were pretty
challenge.
gracious about losing, to
Crushing
be
Davik's
honest.
enemies and the pathetic gangs in the lower city of Taris could not be considered the most glorious of tasks. When I think of the battles I've fought, the thousands I've killed, the worlds I've burned, I weep for my past. We will never again speak of this. We've got work to do, so let's get to it.
Thank you for your service as a Mandalorian. Mandalorian Wars were bad. You're awesome. Mandalorians are still awesome. What was I doing? I was talking to them about
So,
the blaster.
what do you
Right,
wanna
I
know?
totally got sidetracked. What about the weapon found by the
That
body?
blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too. So
I love
he
when
either
our
must have
companions
borrowed
comment.
that, or it's someone else's. So,
I want to ask you something else. Did I ask him
Now, I
about
don't
this?
love Calder, but we go back. We've been partners in
No.
that.
Okay, I did. We've been through this.
Right.
That's all I wanted to
Is
know.
there any other information you need?
Was there a report of Handon's blaster being
I'm
stolen?
sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon
Suspicious.
report was still gold filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
That's it for now. Yes, you will
How can I
assist
be
me
of further
later.
assistance? Of course. Of
Okay,
course.
I have to check in with the Jedi again. Look. Yes, you can help me with the investigation. I want to discuss the murder. So have you determined? What have you determined about the body? Weapon found by the body. The blaster's Handon's. He lied about it being stolen. So we have caught Handon in a lie. Interesting, but I think we may need one final piece of the puzzle. There was a blood sample on the weapon that has been sent back to analysis just before you arrived. Perhaps you could inquire with the information droid about it. Is there anything else you need? I'll remain here while you question the witnesses. If there is anything else you need.
Is there any other information you need?
Yes, tell me about the blood sample,
I
please.
received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon
Excellent
was
timing.
definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory,
Aw.
and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other...
No,
Very well.
that's it from you for now. But thank you. Information droid, you are
How
very
can I be of
helpful.
further assistance?
Do.
Of course.
So,
Do you guys have anything new to say?
right.
Nope. Okay. Is there something I can help you with? Yes, discuss the murder. I assume the blood on the weapon belonged to the victim, but I want to be thorough. What have you learned about the blood on the weapon? It didn't belong to the victim. That is surprising. So the blood must belong to one of our suspects, but which one? I think it's Handon's blood. Why do you believe that? He's clutching his side. Handon has been moving oddly since I arrived. Perhaps we should examine him a little more closely.
Hey, what are you doing?
This Twi'lek got handsy. There's blood. Handon appears to have suffered some sort of blaster wound to his side. It would seem that there's one logical scenario. Handon killed Calder for having an affair with his wife. Rickard was out hunting and accidentally shot Handon after he killed Calder. I think they are both guilty. Bold conclusion, one most people would not arrive at, but we are not most people. We are Jedi. Still, I would like to know how you came to this conclusion. We know Calder was having an affair with Handon's wife, but what possible motive could Rickard have for wanting Calder dead? He was also having an affair with Handon's wife. Rickard thought Calder was cheating him in business. Yes, well done. Both men had reason to want Calder dead. This is my theory of the morning's events. Both men knew Calder would be out here this morning and each plotted to kill him. Handon found him first and shot him because of the affair. Shortly after, Rickard arrived on the scene. From a distance, he saw Handon and thought it was Calder, so he shot him in retaliation for the credits he believed he was cheated out of. Handon would have dropped the blaster, the one which found at the scene covered in blood. He probably thought Rickard was going to kill him, so he called us, hoping he could convince us it was Rickard.
Damn both of you.
Damn both of you. That is enough. The culpability of both of you in the murder and attempted murder is evident. Additionally, Rickard can be charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder of Handon. I place you both under arrest of the Jedi Order and will escort you to the holding facilities of the Jedi Enclave. Excuse me. You have done well. It is obvious you've been studying your lessons carefully. I will be sure to inform the Jedi Council of your performance in this little test. Good day, and may the Force be with you. And also with you. I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me. Alright. You guys were super helpful. Thank you. Ooh, I got a... What's my XP at? Not terribly far. Alright, I think it... Oh, nope. I need to go tell that lady about her droid. So I can't fast travel. Like that. Oh, that's the same river that like cuts through all the Dantooine maps. Candace, can you please move? So, funny thing, one of my favorite ARC troopers of all time is also named Ordo, specifically after Canderous Ordo himself. I just really like that little tidbit. It's neat. If you haven't, read the Republic Commando series. These are some good Star Wars books. No, that's not sponsored. I just really like those books. About a squad of commandos called Omega Squad, and it's pretty dope. Also good to meet some bordering on rogue ARC troopers, which is pretty neat. And of course we get more Mandalorian stuff, which is always nice. Ooh, we found another one. Let's go get it. Let's go power attack. That's right, Canners. Please support us with your ranged fire. Good teamwork. Let's get out of here. Nope. Excuse me. Mattel grounds. Mattel? Is this... Are you telling me Barbie came from this world? Came from Dantooine? It's the capital city, or the capital planet of Mattel, is Dantooine. I know it's spelled differently, but it's still funny to me. That's all that really matters. Ooh. Hello, Horn Cathound. Give you some more XP. Well, that was unimpressive to see. Whee! Alright. Ooh, I found a bunch of lightsaber crystals. Oh, more Cathounds. So, when I get back to the Enclave, I think I can upgrade my lightsaber some more. Fortunately, there's not a lot of difference in hilt design. They're all pretty much this same cylinder. Not a lot of detail. But we can change like extra effects of the lightsaber, and we can change the color crystal at least, which is pretty neat. Yeah. The rogue arcs, Milkman, they're pretty awesome. They're not quite rogues, they're just... They operate a lot as like a Black Ops unit. Republic Commando 000 is really good, and it really highlights the ARC troopers alongside the commandos, because they're doing like counter-terrorism ops on Coruscant in the middle of the Clone Wars, and there are some times you're like, oh man, this is awesome. You get to read them do some pretty cool stuff. I forgot where I was going for a minute. There we go. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to get Force Speed, because these are some big open areas, and sometimes it just takes a while to get there. Yeah, playing by their own rules. They almost function like a private army for one of the drill instructors, a Mandalorian that trained them on Kamino before the start of the Clone Wars, and gave them their names, which I think is really neat.
My droid is still missing.
I
can feel him like a
They're the type
hole
of
in
ARC
my
trooper
aching
to tell a
heart.
Jedi general where to stuff it if they think they had a stupid idea, or think it's a bad call, and they think Jedi that fight unarmored are really dumb. I'm afraid your droid had to be destroyed.
My droid? Destroyed? No. No, this cannot be happening. I can't bear to live without him.
I'm sorry. I know this is hard, ma'am. But you were treating him as your dead husband, which wasn't healthy. There are better coping mechanisms. I'm pretty sure. Do I want to buy anything? I probably don't have a lot of credits yet. I'm buying all those grenades. It's not enough to afford a good set of armor. That's okay. Ooh, I never come check this out. How's my map look? Oh, my map looks excellent. No, you guys are not named, so you don't have a lot to say. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, moving on. And my health did not recover on its own. Hello. Yes, you are a Jedi. I'm grateful that your people harbor me in my times of need. What happened to you? I'm a victim, a refugee, yes. I fled from my world. Once the Sith fleet comes, they bomb my world and destroy it, yes. They scour the continents, boil the oceans, Sith are bad, yes. I run here, find the Jedi already here, unknown. They take me in, one left of a billion. Republic fights but does not win. Not you to blame, of course. No. The Sith are strong to destroy those who would oppose them, yes. My thanks you have and your order. Is there anything else you require? I'll be going. Yes, Jedi always have more to attend to. Good day, friend Jedi. Bye-bye, friend Duros. Kini? Yeah, Kini. Let's go with that. Wait.
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet?
I've killed some of them.
Good. Put them down like the animals they are. But now
That's
that
a
you've
little
killed some of them,
aggressive.
they won't stop until you've defeated their leader. You must find him and kill him too. Thank you, young Jedi.
I will come back if I find their leader. I gotta come back out to these plains anyways, so... Nemo!
Friend?
No,
I think
you're
I
not
can
Nemo.
safely assume you are
Were
a
you?
member of the Jedi Order. Has the Council agreed to hear our petition?
I'm merely an apprentice, not a Jedi.
I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Does the
It
Council
is
require our
a
presence?
pretty light side run, Milkman. I am trying to do... makes me feel good, which I tend to enjoy light side stuff. Unless I've had a rough day, then I want to do some dark side decisions. But this particular playthrough is mostly going to be a light side run. Not looking to be a total dick to people. But maybe in KOTOR 2 when I get there. Because that game has a lot of chances for you to be an ass to people and be a smart aleck, and I love it. I'm sorry, I do not know.
I see. I am mistaken. How may I be of assistance? Farewell,
I
then.
must be going now.
May the Force be with you. Is
And also with you. Is that how? It's close enough. Nemo!
I hear
I'm not
you
gonna have a chance
managed
to
to
talk to you.
return Juhani to the
Yes, I did.
Congratulations. I regret
Thank
not
you.
being able to tell you more. But some things you must see with your own eyes. Is there something
that's
I can
okay.
help you with?
I can never be mad at you, Nemo. I would like to know more about you.
Me? I am truly flattered. What is it you wish to know?
Who are
As
you?
I have said, I believe, my name is Nemo. I am here by the will of the Jedi Council.
You are a Jedi?
Indeed,
Well,
my
why
young
am I asking
friend,
that? Obviously
that
he
I
is.
am. I have served the Council for many years, and have seen many apprentices pass through this enclave.
Are you a member of
I
the council?
think perhaps you place an undue importance on rank and hierarchy. Understandable.
I'm pretty
but
sure Anakin
regrettable
Skywalker had that
also.
same problem.
We each serve in our place.
Somewhat.
High or low. Is there something else I can help you with? I hope your time
I must be
is
going
well
now,
spent
but I wish I
here
could
on
give you a hug.
Dantooine.
I feel like you could use one, Nemo. You're a great guy. You're neat. You guys don't have names, you don't have dialogue for me. Let's go turn in this quest. Republic is weak after the Mandalorian's former allies use that to their advantage. By former allies, they mean a lot of the military that fought with the Jedi against the Sith. Against the Mandalorians. Now they're fighting the Sith. Ugh. So much Star Wars. I am going the wrong way. Goodness. Wouldn't it be cool if, like, this tree was like a... what's that thing? Transplanted, Worcestershire tree? Like, a Wookiee tree that was one of the trees from Kashyyyk that was given to... like, could have been given to the Jedi as, like, a symbol of the bond with the Wookiees. That could be pretty cool. Every time I see that word, my brain thinks Worcestershire sauce, or however, Worcestershire sauce, or however you say it. I don't know how to say that, the name of that tree. Hey, Peter Patter, welcome to the stream. We're about to turn in a quest.
You have done well, my pupil.
Master Czar.
The ancient grove has been purified, and Juhani's journey down the dark path has been halted. Because of you, she walks once more in the light. But though she was
Chester
saved,
sauce?
do not dismiss what happened to her.
I feel like there should be
Juhani is
another
both
R in there
dedicated
because
and
I
true
want to
to
read
the
that as
ideals of the
word
Order. Yet she was still
Cresters
vulnerable
for some
to the
reason,
dark side.
but I
As
definitely
our
can't say it
Lord.
very well.
She struck her master in anger during her training and injured her greatly. But it was Quatra's choice to test Juhani this way, and it seems to have
Wait,
made its point.
is it Quattro from Gundam
Juhani
Wing?
has been redeemed, and you have passed your final test.
That would be fun.
Congratulations,
It's not, but that'd be funny.
apprentice. Or should I say, congratulations, Padawan.
Yay,
You have proven
promotion!
yourself worthy of joining the Jedi.
Hey,
Let me
at
be
least
the
I can
first
get
to
promotions in
welcome you
video
as a
games.
full-fledged member of
There's
our
always
order.
that. Experience, journal entry, items received. Ooh, did I get Jedi robes? I got Jedi robes. Okay, now I'm not gonna be able to tank as much. I can bash this training computer? What? Ooh, upgrade my lightsaber. Yes. Crystals. Ooh. Why do I have 8 red crystals? Is that most of what that cave gave me? Crystal, what does this do? Damage +1, attack +1. Yes. Aw. You know what? We're gonna. We're just gonna go with red for right now. Looks good. Jedi can have red lightsabers. I don't see why not. Okay. Now I think I talked to
It is good to see
Vandar.
Juhani has returned to the way of the light. You are to be commended for your role in this. Your actions give us great hope for the future. Your training is now complete, Padawan. And perhaps now it is time we dealt with the matter of the dream you and Bastila shared. When we heard of the ruins in your dreams, Master Dorak recognized it as one of a series of ancient structures here on Dantooine. This one in particular lies to the east of this enclave. We sent a Jedi to investigate, but he has not returned. Perhaps sending him in the first
I
place
think-
was a mistake. The Force is guiding you through your
I might
visions.
be wrong,
It may
Milkman,
be that exploring
but
the ruins
I'm trying to remember
is a
if
task
Ashard
tied to your destiny.
Het's
That is why the
dad
council
had a
has
red
now decided
lightsaber?
you should be the one to investigate this. The
The
secret
Jedi who
to
crashed on
stopping Malak
Tatooine and
may
like
be hidden
went to
within
live
those
with the
ruins.
Tuscans basically because he
You
was like
must
seeking
investigate
death and they kind
and
of
find
saved
what Revan
him
and Malak were
from
looking
himself a
for.
little bit. That story's mostly about Ki-Adi-Mundi and this Tusken Raider Jedi that he brings in somewhat, who then later becomes the big bad of like stuff way later. Star Wars can get kind of wacky, but I think you're right. I think I've seen in comics, man, I'm talking through all the dialogue. I think I've seen in comics a couple of Jedi with red lightsabers, at least one. I feel like it's a Shard Het or Shard Het, which one of those two. What happened to the Jedi who went to investigate?
That is one of the things you must investigate.
Aww.
We fear the worst. Is there anything else you want to know?
Oh, yes. Why doesn't Master Vrook like me?
Master Vrook may seem harsh and critical, but he understands the dangers that lie in your path. He wants you and Bastila to be fully prepared when you finally face Lord Malak. The way ahead will be difficult for young Bastila, and for you. But you must draw strength from each other. May the Force be with you.
I wonder if we're like a dyad in the Force. Alright, who do I want to take? Oh boy, okay. So there are these droids in this ruins that we have to go to that will just tank hits. Oh, I don't know who I want to bring for this. Jedi Sentinel. I'm also a Jedi Sentinel. Canderous, you're up. Again, you're my go-to, bro.
I demand justice. The Central family is a blight upon Dantooine. They must be punished.
The Council will look into this matter, Mr. Matale. You must be patient.
Oh, it's Matale. I said Mattel earlier.
And we do not want
The E's not silent.
trouble with the Sandrals.
I don't.
If there is some mistake.
Matale.
Mistake? My son Shen is missing. How can there be any doubt the Sandrals are to blame?
This is like
There are
the
other
Romeo and
possible
Juliet subplot.
explanations for your son's disappearance.
Ah,
Master Vrook, shut up.
Jedi are
Don't be
good
rude.
for nothing but talk. I shall only
You're
wait
being
so
rude.
long before I take action on my own.
As dangerous as the threat from Darth Malak and the Sith may be, we Jedi cannot simply abandon our other responsibilities. The Council has promised Alan Matale we will look into his son's disappearance. Should you have time,
I understand. I'm being
you may
voluntold.
want to investigate this matter.
Is there anything else I should
Two
know?
families have been settled here for some years now.
And causing me no end of trouble.
Indeed.
Oh,
They
so
have been settled here for some time.
the shit's rolling down
and
the hill to
feuding
me.
ever since.
Oh boy. What caused
We
this
do not
feud?
know how the original feud started, but they want nothing to do with each other. As you may have heard, Alan Matale believes that his son Shen has been kidnapped by Nurik Sandral.
Curiously, Nurik's son Cassus has been missing for some time as well. I fear Nurik may suspect Alan in this.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
I shall investigate this
Shen
immediately.
Matali is not returned to his father. It may ignite a savage and bloody feud between the Matali and Sandral estates. We must not allow that to happen.
Your study and
I'm gonna
training
do
are
my
important,
best.
Of course. But the Jedi are not a cloistered order. Our influence and teachings must spread beyond the walls of our academies.
It is in the real world that we truly prove ourselves worthy of the title Jedi. You would do well to remember this, young Padawan.
The task has its own importance.
Got it, Master Jerk.
It may also serve to divert our minds for a short time. Something which carries its own rewards.
That's true. There's a lot of heavy stuff going on in the galaxy right now. Wisdom, skills. Okay, powers. Okay, you've got heal now. Oh. We need disable droid. Yep. Okay. Ooh, let's go upgrade. Ooh, no, you don't need those. But yes, take Brejik's armband. You earned it from being a captive for a little bit. Let's upgrade your lightsaber. Double bladed. Power crystal. Prove it. Excellent. Okay, that should help.
Huh?
Also, do I have Jedi robes to give you?
What can
No,
I
I
do?
don't. You're just in clothes. Okay. That has less protection than the Jedi robes. Milkman, I gotta say, any of the Jedi are fun to take. I tend to, after Dantooine, I tend to take Juhani and Bastila, and then eventually Juhani and Jolie Bendo. And then for dark side runs at the end of the game, I have Canderous, and then the dark side Jedi that comes with us. I really do like all of them, although growing up, I probably liked Mission and Zalbar the least. Because Canderous and... I'm going the wrong way again. Man. Canderous and Karth both being veterans of a war I thought was really cool. Sure, Zalbar gets a lot more story and background. We get his backstory and everything when we get to Kashyyyk. But I really do like all of them. Canderous' war stories are pretty great, though. What about you? Who's your favorite to take with you? And it's okay if favorite's not somebody that's viable to take, because sometimes we just don't have good companions in some games. Bye, John. Oh, her speeder's gone too. Nothing to buy from you. I need to explore. I gotta find that Mandalorian leader. He's in red armor. And I have to investigate the estates. Approach the Jedi Council and demanded action. He believes that the head of the rival family has kidnapped his son. Decree that you may investigate as soon as long as... Okay. Matali grounds. Not Mattel. I have been corrected. It is Matali. Alright, let's go to the Matali estate. Mainly take Karth. He's pretty good. Do you usually have him just dual-wield blaster pistols for the game? Because I feel like that's his main loadout, right? Like I said, I don't take him much after Terrace. He's cool, he's neat, and I loved him in the Knights of the Republic comic books. And I like his voice actor. But yeah, I don't know a good build for him. Yeah, hanging out in the Ebon Hog listening to Canderous' war stories are awesome. I was saying on my, what was it? I guess last stream. When I got the Ebon Hog, I was explaining how this is one of my favorite ships in all of Star Wars. And I do prefer it over the Millennium Falcon, in no small part because instead of the cockpit being offset to the side, it is centered on the ship, and I prefer that aesthetic look. This dude's got a droid escort. You take your security seriously.
My protocol droid tells me you are here on behalf of the Council. I was beginning to think my demands had been ignored, though I think your time would be better spent interrogating the Sandals as to the whereabouts of my son Shen.
Hey, I'm the investigator here. I'm the detective. Any information you might have would be helpful.
I have already told my story to the Council. Why did they not inform you of my circumstances? I did not expect such incompetence from the Jedi, but I shall
Everybody on this
repeat
planet's
the
a
tale
jerk.
once more. Many years ago, I brought my family here to Dantooine to escape the crush of humanity on the core worlds. Soon after we settled here,
That makes
the
sense, man.
Sandals arrived, and they have been a plague upon my house ever since. The injustices the Sandals have committed against the Matales are
I'll
far too
respond to the
numerous
chat
name.
after the dialogue.
But the Council is well aware of our many disputes. Recently, I discovered several Sandral droids trespassing on my land.
I definitely understand that. I felt the same way in playing Mass Effect, and then eventually a lot of RPGs. I think KOTOR taught me it's useful, like, after you do a mission or you level up once, just run around and try and talk to everybody, because you get to learn their backstories. And then it becomes, once you learn their backstories, it's so easy to get attached to the characters. Like, the whole cast of KOTOR 1 and 2, I really like, in no small part because they've got decent backstories. What happened to the
My own
droids?
security droids destroyed the invaders. Not a single one survived.
At least you're efficient.
It was shortly after this incident that Shen, my only son and heir to the
Comment from
Metalia estate,
compliment from Amando's
vanished.
not nothing.
Obviously, Nurik, the unscrupulous head of the Sandral clan, has abducted my son in retaliation for the destruction of his droids.
I shall go and speak to Nurik Sundal. Ooh, where can I find the
Follow
Sandrals?
their stink south of here, and you shall find them.
Dang, dude, tell me how you really feel.
Why does the Council insist on stalling? The life of my son is at stake. Is it possible? Yes, of course. Now I understand. I am a man of the world, Jedi. I know how things are done. I will make a contribution of 1,000 credits to the Council in exchange for rescuing Shen from the Sandrals. I will present the credits directly to you, of course. Whether the Council ever learns of this donation is completely up to you.
Bro, are you trying to bribe me? Make it 2,000 and you have a deal. The Jedi cannot be bought. I will remain neutral despite your attempted bribe.
Nevertheless, my offer still stands. 1,000 credits for Shen's safe return. Know, however, that I will not sit idly by much longer. Eventually, I will take whatever action is necessary to rescue my son, including raising the entire Sandral estate. Until you find
That's a little
Shen,
extreme.
Jedi, we have nothing further to discuss. I suggest you hurry south to their estate, lest I take matters into my own hands.
He do be trying to bribe me. He's trying to clown on me. Oh yes, Jedi, known for your honesty and your trustworthiness. Yes, take these credits that you probably don't really need. Jedi have like their robes and their lightsabers and maybe a starship and a droid, if you're Anakin. Or if you're like me, and then eventually the Exile, you have your own ex-smuggling vessel that you get to fly all over the galaxy, which is neat. Make it 10,000 for your son's safety with premium shipping and a tracking number. That's gonna be next day air for you for 10,000 credits. I bet you I can have him over your estate in the next hour. We'll just use the Force to yeet him from one estate to the other. We gotta find the guy first. Premium shipping. That's pretty good. Ooh, Bastila, can I talk to you about your backstory yet?
Then I suggest we
Nope,
move on.
not yet. Okay.
Yeah, what do
Anders,
you
do you have another one?
Your choice.
Ah, no, not yet. Yeah, I know. You're the go-to guy if I want something done right. I got it. Let's see. The Sandrals, the other estate is south, and I still have to find the Mandalorian leader. So we might as well take the scenic route. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I can use drain life now, but it's a dark side power, so it's going to cost a lot. Half my force points, goodness. Alright. How much damage am I going to take with urban armor on? Oh, okay. But that's just a Cath Hound. Those war droids, or the ancient droids we're going to have to deal with, are so much worse. Do not look forward to that. It's the worst part of Dantooine, which isn't much of a complaint, but these two Guardian droids, biggest pain in my ass. No. I wonder if the Cath Hounds respond. Oh, there's the Mandos. Found them. Okay. Cath Hound first, then we'll heal if we need to, and then we will deal with these Mandalorian Raiders. We'll give them the glorious death they wish for. We shall challenge them. Alright, how's everybody doing? Good. I'm gonna activate my energy shield and let's do this. Is one of you red? Can't tell.
So this is
Oh,
the meddler.
yes, one of you is
You
red.
have caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi.
Now this is what I've been waiting for.
I will add
It's
your
pretty good,
head
Milk
to
Man.
those of the other Jedi I have killed and take yet another lightsaber for my own.
Does that mean I'm gonna get a lightsaber for beating you?
Why the Mandalorians are feared.
I could use another one. Your Duros ally is probably weak sauce as hell. So I'm going to focus on front flipping you. Canderous is gonna focus on dropping your mob. And Bastila. Come deal with that. Okay, here we go. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Oh, he did a lot of damage to me and I did nothing. Oh no. This is not good. Great life. Oh, that didn't help at all. Okay. We need to reevaluate here a little bit. Okay. And then... Yes, okay. Might run me a little bit. Faster. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I am about to die. Advanced med pack, please. Ah. Wish the game would allow me to run Darth Traya the lightsabers. They butchered, sold, and prepared that name by floating. Oh, Darth Traya. In 3. Yeah, that is pretty cool after you cut her other hand off at the end of the game and she's like, aha! Floating lightsabers. But if I could do that, then I could just be Star Wars Zorro and have one lightsaber in my mouth. Okay. We might have to fall back here. This Bastila might get her shit kicked in. By this man, by Shurik. Oh, you're named Mandalorian, I messed up. And you're immune to stun. Lovely. Canderous. Get in there with your longsword. Your energy shield. And we're gonna activate the energy shield first, and then we're gonna power attack the heck out of this guy. Come on, Canderous. Show him what it means to be a true Mandalorian. Not raiding villages or perfect plans. Sorry to quote Luffy. Oh, alright, we gotta go. Oh, we gots to go. Cannot see how close he is behind me. Oh, close enough. Okay. Back to the front. Oops. Come on. For Mandalore! Oh, man. He is messing me up. It's gonna be where I die for the first time. Oh, I haven't saved at all. No. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna save here. I know, he just keeps missing over and over. But we have something he does not have. And we can go to show usable items. I missed it. And we can go ahead and use another med pack. And come right back. Oh, he's messing me up with those two swords, though. Oh, he's... Oh, boy. That next. Battle Stimulant. Can't do it yet. Battle Stimulant. There we go. Okay, come on. I just don't want to beat him, and then my stimulants timers run out. And then I die at the end of the fight anyways. That would not be a fun time. Come on, Canderous. Take this dude down. This is going great. This is gonna be what it's like when I fight the final boss. Yeah. We're literally just... Oh! Took my eye off my health for a second. Take... Oh! Dang it! Okay. Here we go. Ooh, okay. So it's paused. Alright. Usable items. Hopefully I'm not about to, like, soft lock my playthrough. Took the med pack. Alright. Why did I just take a hit with nothing happening? I don't like that. Is he stuck? Man, he is messing me up with those flurries. Man, and I was complaining about the battle droids I have to deal with. This is what it's gonna feel like, except it's 2 of them instead of 1 red Mandalorian. Although the armor does, the Neo Crusader armor looks slick as shit in red. Honestly, who am I kidding? That armor looks amazing no matter what color it's in. But it would look really good in hot pink. So I should cosplay a Neo Crusader Mandalorian in hot pink armor. Forget what the red coloring mean, pink coloring would mean. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh boy. That was a little stressful. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm glad I didn't die a second time. We're gonna level up so I immediately heal everything. Canderous, take improved toughness, please. There we go. Oh, what?
Here.
Oh no. Okay. I was like, what just happened? You can always run into a different part of the map. Well, that's true. I wouldn't be able to leave the region unless my party woke back up.
What?
So that would have been the downside of trying to do that. And I could have just been running away trying to heal, and then he could have just continued to beat me every time I stopped to do something. I've done it before, and it can be risky, but I figured I was kind of surprised Canderous went down the first time, but that was still pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Up the awareness and persuade. Maybe I can finally pick up mines now. Ooh, master 2-weapon fighting, yes! Okay, and then I need disable droid. Alright, I don't have a lightsaber to give myself yet, but let's see. Let's do the Verpine headband. Okay. Ooh, do you have Mandalorian? Oh, he does have lightsabers! Yes! And one of them's blue. Aha! Okay, it was worth it.
I'm here.
Let's see.
Yes?
Let's go loot the other bodies. Got 2 lightsabers now, baby. I'm unstoppable. Force vision. Here's empty. Were there? What? What? Nobody else had any loot? I mean, at least he had 2 lightsabers. It was pretty sweet. Ooh, yes. I need to up my fortitude higher. And now we can go investigate those strange ruins. Canderous, are you okay?
What can I do?
What?
I need to swap him back to his rifle. His repeating blaster. Basically his, like, mini gun. Mini blaster gun thing. Important thing, despite the fact that I died in that attempt. Oh, nope. Is this where I'm supposed to be? I got turned around again. Nope. Oh, but we can put my lightsabers to the test now. Because I got master dual weapons as well. That is good. There we go. Not a bunch of misses. That's nice. Ooh, how does flurry look? Oh, it looks so good with 2 lightsabers. I might have to improve flurry now. Let's see. Bing. But rides are done. Okay, we gotta go find the missing kid first, or next. Then we will deal with the ruins. Depending on how long this, we'll see. Maybe it's Friday night. I might run the stream a little long. Nobody's got. I don't have work, so I don't have to worry about my sleep schedule. So we'll see. I'll make sure we get done with Banjo this stream, and then next stream, maybe tomorrow, possibly waiting until Monday, we will start exploring the galaxy and looking for those items we need to look for. I don't want to assume everybody in chat has played this game or finished it, so I'm not trying to spoil. I know that it can be enjoyable to find things out naturally. Ooh, Besta leveled up. feats. I suspect you're gonna get that regardless. Let's give you Improved Flurry. Does this affect your allies? That would be kind of nice if it did. Force Lightning all the way to Force Storm is always good to have. It just takes a long time to get there. Milkman, if it's 2:15 in the morning where you're at, where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Because I'm in the U.S. in Texas, and it's 8:15 right now. And if it's 2:15 in the morning, I appreciate you coming and hanging out while you could or should be sleeping. I meant to say something earlier when we were talking to Nemo before we came back in the Enclave, but there was this shot where like the sun was perfectly behind his beautifully, mostly bald head, and it was just shining around him, and I was just like, that's a nice look. Good for you, Nemo. You deserve that. From Wales. Nice. Well, thank you for joining us all the way from Wales. It is appreciated. I stream 4 nights a week, around this time for a couple hours. I haven't figured out what my streaming for weekends is going to be. I'm trying to decide if I want to just stick with one game and play through it until I'm done and then pick up another game, or if I'm going to rotate on the weekends or maybe play something that's online. I might play some Star Wars The Old Republic online because I really like that game, and I think I've got the streaming on my computer fixed. But man, I like to ramble. Thank you anyways for tuning in.
This is
Sandal Droid.
By what authority are you trespassing on this estate?
The authority of the Jedi Council.
If you are here because of Shen Matale's disappearance, you are wasting your time. The Sandals are not involved. This is nothing but a Matale witch hunt.
What? That is super defensive. I am not in league with the Matales, but I must speak to Nurek.
Nurek left orders he was not to be disturbed, but given the circumstances, I will make an exception. Go into the main hall.
Thank you.
Nurek will meet with you there.
I know you're just doing your job, Sandal Droid. I understand what it's like to have difficult employers. The funny thing is I'm pretty sure I played through this game from start to finish a dozen times before I ever did this quest for the first time.
That you wish to speak to me?
Yes, I would like to speak with you. I am here on behalf of the Jedi Council. I am investigating the disappearance of Shen.
I brought my family here to find peace and safety, not to be harassed and treated like common criminals. Your council has no authority here, and I respectfully ask you to leave this property at once.
This guy isn't telling us something. He might even be lying. I don't
I agree.
trust him.
I trust
I don't
you
trust
will
him
show
either.
yourself out. If not, my security droids will be sure to deal with you.
I mean, it sounds like a challenge on one hand. But I should probably be as diplomatic as possible.
You are here from the council, are you not? Looking for Shen Matale?
I am. What I do is my own business, so back off! I'm just kidding. Do you know anything about Shen's
My name is
disappearance?
Rahesia. Nurik is my father. He has not been himself since Cassus disappeared. He is mad with grief, and he is convinced the Matales are responsible. He's not thinking rationally.
Cass disappeared?
Yes. Cassus was my brother. He was working on archaeological digs here on Dantooine when he disappeared. My father blamed Alan Matale.
I wonder if he disappeared in the
My
same
father
ruins
is a good man.
somehow.
When my mother died, he raised me and my brother by himself. He loves his children, and we love him. I just don't want you to judge him too
3PO
harshly.
sounds. Yeah. Little clip, 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 clip as they walk around. I only want to find Shen
You
Matale.
must understand that father has been under a terrible strain. I have no wish to disobey him, but there are matters where even my father's authority is not absolute.
Maybe if we ever get another really... I say another really good Star Wars RPG, but Fallen Order and Survivor were really good RPGs. Maybe if we ever get like another KOTOR type game, we'll have the Renegade and Paragon type system where we can just interrupt dialogue to do a good or an evil thing. Please, tell me what has happened.
My father has kidnapped Shen Matale. He's holding him prisoner here in the compound. He feels this is a way to get back at the Matales, a way to get even for the disappearance of my brother Cassius.
I see. Well, there is the answer we seek. The Jedi Council should be informed of this at once.
No. Since Cassius went missing, my father has become unstable. He might hurt him if you do that. He no longer even cares if the Matales are responsible for what happened to Cassius. I'm afraid my father will simply kill Shen out of a mad, misguided lust for vengeance.
That's pretty messed up. I should investigate and see if I can solve this on my own. What happened to Cassius? Did I ask this already?
I'm worried for him, truly. But I do not believe Al and Matale had anything to do with it. And now my father may take it out on Shen. Please, find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. Take this key. It will open an unguarded door at the rear of the estate. You and Shen can make your escape through there. There are many security droids guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
Why do you care about Shen?
And I, we have been taught by our families to hate each other, just for being related to our fathers. But I met Shen alone one day in the city, away from his father. And Shen was so charming, so sweet. He didn't care at all that I was a Sandral. He just accepted me for who I was, with no reservations.
Oh, that's nice.
We talked and
that
met
really
again
is.
over months
That's
and
good.
fell in love. My brother Cassius met him too, and they were beginning to become friends. But then this whole mess had to happen.
Oh, that is pretty tragic.
And free him. You
Bad
are my
timing.
only hope.
I shall help you. Shall absolutely. How much experience do I need to level up again? A bit. Just a bit. Okay. And then like return from the Mandalorian Wars as Sith. Not as heroes, but as conquerors, I think is about what it said. Gotta go to the other entrance. We gotta go to the back entrance, y'all. Here we go. We gotta sneak. 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 There's no sneak button. Darn it. I could heal. Boop. I like that button sound. That pleases my ears. I should save the game. It autosaved, but I should still save. What is happening? Okay, we are in combat. Well, good thing I took disable droid. Aha! Can I do that on mines? No. Can I recover this mine yet? Piece of candy. Ah, how is my skill still too low? How high does my demolition skill need to be for me to pick up these damn mines? First all the mines on Terrace, now all the mines here. Oh, security droid. Oh, war droid. This is not a security, these are war droids. Interesting. Okay, I understand the Jedi's concerns. There really may have been like a feudal civil war happening if we didn't investigate this. That would not have been good. Let's see how bad that would be. Absolutely. I don't have a computer expert with me. Crap. Is it... Good, it's faster with lightsabers, as it should be. Not quite the use lightsaber button that we get in Game 2, where you just instantly unlock the thing, but it's still much faster than regular. And you don't break the stuff in this game, which is also nice. I know, my skill's too low for me to recover the mines. I mean, stepping on them is a way to disable the mine, that is for sure, and it won't be a problem for anybody that comes behind you. It just makes the mine your immediate problem. Though we could definitely tank a hit. Non-family members are not prevented entrance. Oh, more war droids! Free experience! I'll try spinning, that's a good trick. Heater spikes, repair kit. Man, I'm starting to think I should have brought my favorite little astromech of T3 in here with me so we could do astromech and stuff. And I'm carving them up now that I have like master movement. Good job, team. There's more stuff to loot though. Light scan visor. Ooh, grenades. Yeah, I love those. I like grenades. I wonder if I investigate too far if I'll ruin this. I'm just having fun fighting all these. Oh, these are sentry droids. Look, at least these aren't war droids. What's in here? Ooh, it's candy. Ah, empty. Oh, I already did this way. Okay. That makes sense. I feel like that's my strategy for some stuff in KOTOR 2. More war droids! Yay! You shall have no war droids when I'm done with you. This will teach you to have like an arms race with a rival family. Unacceptable!
Please find Shen and rescue him before my father does something he will regret forever. I would take you to the prison, but I cannot let my father see me with you. There are
It's
many
okay.
security
Your
droids
father's-
guarding the halls. Please hurry. You are Shen's only hope.
You got it.
Please find...
But, man, I hope your father's not watching the security cameras. Because if he is... Oh, I already came through here, too. Look at that. Alright. Let's go get Shin.
Who are you? What do you want with me? Are you working for my father?
Anyone tell you ask too many questions now? Sit down and shut up. I'm here to rescue you,
me?
Shen.
No. I won't leave. It's too dangerous.
Peasant step on that mine now. Milkman, I don't know if you're into 40k at all, but there is a 40k RPG called Rogue Trader where you can basically do that exact thing. And you can be like, yes, lower decks people, go step on those mines.
It's
I
not
don't
my
care
own
what happens
safety
to
I'm
you.
concerned about. I'm worried about the
That's
fate
pretty
of Nurik's
entertaining.
daughter, Rahasia. She's been trying to convince her father to release me ever since I was captured. If I escape, Nurik will think Rahasia is to blame. Nurik is insane with grief over the loss of his son, Cassus. If I leave with you, it is Rahasia who will suffer. I cannot allow that.
What if we take her with us?
If you convince Rahasia to escape with us, I will accompany you. Though I do not know if she'd be willing to turn her back on her home and family. Who could imagine a Sandal doing such a thing for the sake of a Matali? But if she will not go, then I too shall stay. I would rather face my own death than have her face her father's wrath because I escaped.
That's really sweet.
Thank you.
I'll go speak to her. Okay. Could fill out the map a little bit more. It's a really good RPG. It's got some glitches like a lot of games do, but I have put a ton of hours into it. I haven't finished it yet, but it's a lot of fun, in my opinion. I really enjoy it. I definitely walked past her room. No? Did I not? Where's the door I haven't opened? Ooh! Well, Foot Locker I haven't looted. More stuff. Should probably pick up the remains. How did I get so turned around? My goodness. Also, just to clarify, that Rogue Trader plug was not sponsored. I just really liked that game. Oh, there she is.
What are you doing here? Have you found Shen yet?
He won't leave without
Shen
you.
can be so stubborn sometimes. If one of the security droids sees me wandering the halls, Father will get suspicious. I can't risk it, but I know Shen would
What if
rather
I destroy
die
them
than
all?
leave me here alone to face the wrath of my father. Tell Shen I will meet you outside the gates. I will wait as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Okay, we could do that. Bye-bye. Welcome, Darth Revan. Funny enough, I'm playing your origin story. Well, not your origin story, but I'm playing your story.
You're back. Have you spoken to Rahasia?
Yes, I have. She promised to meet us outside the
Pray she is
gates.
not just telling me what I want to hear, but I will have to take that chance. Hurry then, we must not keep Rahasia waiting.
I agree. We should get out of here. Two traitors, Sith Revan
Shen,
was the stronger. Malik
you're
begrudgingly accepted the role of
Rahasia.
apprentice.
Well, thank goodness you managed to escape.
It was all thanks to this kind Jedi that we managed to get this far at all. I thank you,
Just
Jedi,
standing there
for
like,
all that you have done for us.
It was no problem.
No, we know that you must have gone to great personal risk to get us out of the Sandral state undetected.
Then why are we still standing right outside? No
But surely we
reward is
can-
necessary. Uh-oh. Revan, this quest, I was
There you
explaining
are,
a little bit ago. I don't know if you were
Father,
here for it.
Mr.
But
Matale.
the first several
Rahasia.
times I played through this game,
Mr. Sandral!
Nurik, Alan,
I knew this was all your doing.
Patrick!
Knew you had captured my son.
You had
It was a
taken
long
my
time
castles
before I
from
did
me
this quest
long
either.
before
It
that.
was
You
not the
started
easiest
I don't
to
want to
do
hear
for
any
the
of your
first time.
excuses. Now I will get revenge for your transgressions.
Hey. Revenge is the path to the dark side. Why don't you just shoot each other? You two need to calm
Please
down.
listen to him, Father.
Because that will do the trick, telling everybody to calm down.
All you want is to remain with that Sandral harlot.
Hey,
My daughter is
that's
not
rude.
a harlot, Matale dog.
Both of you. Why don't you try listening to your
Our
children?
don't know enough of what's good for them to make
They
a
are
reasonable
grown
decision.
adults.
It's better to let older, wiser heads like
What?
ours make the decisions.
Rahaj
Oh,
and I
you
don't
guys
want
sound
you
like
to make decisions for
politicians.
us. We want to live alone away from you.
You insolent.
I don't think
You want to
KOTOR
live
1
alone, then so be
isn't
it.
free on
I
Steam, but it's
disown
probably
you.
like $10 or
Never set
$20.
foot in my house
Honestly,
again.
even if it was $60, I would still pay for it. It's a really darn good game. If you don't want to live alone, so be it. I disown you. Never set foot in my house again. Will you go with Shen, Rahisha?
Rahisha, you will not leave with this Matale
Organize
boy.
a duel.
I
I should
am,
have.
Father.
It would have been
You can't
interesting if I
stop
could have
me.
organized a
We're
duel.
leaving for the Enclave.
You foolish girl.
Do not try to force them
You
to return.
expect us to just let them leave? Droids, stop them!
You
What?
will not turn your droids on my daughter. Droids, don't let them take Rahisha.
We appear to be at an impasse.
Don't have Steam
And they
credits,
got
so I
away.
can't buy. I understand.
It is your fault, darling. You were always too violent for your own good.
Me?
What?
You were the one who rushed out here with war droids.
Oh my god. I feel like I need some tea for this. Shut
Do not
up!
tell me what to do, Jedi.
Aw,
The
dang it,
Council
that was
will
the
hear
wrong
of
choice.
The trouble you caused here today. Indeed, they shall.
Aw. Okay. I could have handled that better. I didn't need to yell at the end. But the quest is done, I think. Let's see. Investigate the ruins, missing companion. Ran off towards Jedi Enclave. Oh, there's more to that? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought the quest ended there. Anger is the path of the Sith. That is for sure. Let me go back to the Ebon Hawk. I did not know she ran off to the Jedi Enclave. Interesting. Maybe I can find her.
Good day to you.
Jedi.
I'm afraid I cannot
to you?
speak to you at the moment. I apologize.
That's okay. You got other Jedi stuff to do. I gotta find this lady and finish this quest. Greet you, Padawan. Members of the Jedi Order are always welcome in the outpost of the Artec droids. How may I serve you today? Let's see what you have in stock. Ooh, what do you know of the Mandalorian Raiders? Only they have been a nuisance to the farmers and settlers in the region. I do not have the resources to penetrate the space, so I do not know them firsthand. Is there something else I can do for you? Let me see what you have in stock. Explore my inventory at your convenience. Families have purchased all my droids, but have many upgrades. Well, I guess I could... Ooh, do you have comm spikes? I could use more. Not the probe. I don't want to buy the wrong thing. I understand graduations are ordered. You decided to join the Jedi rank and file. Jedi Raps! Yeah! Fresh-faced apprentice ready to leap into Jedi training with both feet. Well, best of luck to you is all I can say about that. It's always good to see another ally in the fight against darkness and corruption. Yeah! If there are more and more people like you around, an honest businessman can make a decent living. Companies like that damn Zerka Corps. Oh, Zerka. Wouldn't even exist, but listen to me. You didn't come here to listen to my ramblings on the evil of the Zerka Corps, but I bet. What can I do for you? I'd like to see what you have for sale. Excellent. As always, my selection is somewhat limited. Zerka Corps has a monopoly on some of the suppliers. But I'm sure you'll find all my inventory is of the highest quality. I've even got a few special items. Let's see what you got. Also, isn't KOTOR 1 like a millennia before the events of Star Wars? KOTOR 1 takes place several thousand years before A Phantom Menace. Give me just a moment, and I'll give you the exact timeline. I don't mind that. So this is
3,956 years before the Battle of Yavin, so before New Hope, almost 4,000 years prior. Also almost 4,000 years before Phantom Menace as well. Alright. Sanesiki's Blade. 7,000, you better be good. These are named weapons. Nice. Those are more expensive for sure. Strength Enhancer. Saves. All saves plus 2. Really? Man, maybe that would be good for Canderous. Bazak cards. Nice. Got some decent inventory, man. Are your Leku shiny and slimy looking? Yeah, all the... So, like, all the male Twi'leks, especially the green ones, the Leku are so shiny they look slimy. Or wet. It's very interesting. Also, you're all the men are shades of green. Yeah, like 4,000 years before the formation of the Empire. Mm-hmm. Isn't the time when the first Sith came? The first Sith, as we know them, came about... why am I coming back to the Jedi? Oh, I should turn that quest. This is probably at least 100, maybe more than 100 years after the Sith have first emerged into the galaxy, as we know them. Because it was the Dark Jedi that were exiled and then settled on the Sith homeworld of Korriban. And then they returned to the galaxy at large, I think during the... Because it was it Naga Sadow? Naga Sadow? I'm getting my lore mixed up. I'm gonna cut that tangent off at the knees. Exar Kun, yes, but there was a Sith before him that he went and defeated on Yavin 4, and that guy, it might be Naga Sadow, but I'm not positive. He had led the Sith attack on the Republic, and then after an uprising by other Sith, he went and settled on Yavin with his Massassi warriors, and then built those temples. And then Exar Kun comes, beats him, and then takes the title of Darth or Sith Lord. I can't remember. Ooh, let's go look in the rooms. Hey, Jedi.
To have calmed down.
Yay! I'm glad that had an actual effect. You look at a seasoned Bazak player. I dabble in it from time to time. Care for a game? Not right now. Come back if you feel up for game. Got it. I will keep you in mind if I am itching to play some cards. Who are you guys?
Now, Samt, don't be so rude. If it wasn't for this young Jedi, we wouldn't have met.
Oh. What?
I took the loss of my droid much too hard.
Is this how this quest
I
ends?
must apologize.
There is no
But I
need.
must. I was much too attached to my droid. It was all that was left of my husband, you see. Maybe I thought that through the droid, my husband could live again, be with me still.
I think we understand. Love can do strange
have a
things
lot
to anyone.
deep cut
But I
there.
went too far.
Honestly, she's
Do
one of the
not
most
see what was
terrifying
missing
Star
from
Wars
living a
villains
normal
I've
life.
ever come across, and
Fortunately,
honestly worse than
in
the
my
Vong.
youth, I returned here and ran into Sam.
She is scary.
Absolutely fascinating man.
He seems quite
Samt and I
nice.
got to talking, and, well, we have a lot in common. I think we'll be seeing more of each other. It's funny how things work out in the end. Maybe there is such a thing as fate, after all. But I think we should be going now. We have so much more to talk about. I just wanted to thank you for what you've done for me, and what you tried to do. Goodbye, and thank you.
I know that by the time of A New Hope, it sounds like the main card game is Sabak. Rather than Bazak. Those are two different games. I'm pretty sure. But Bazak probably still exists around, because even if it's an old card game, I imagine that there were people who, like, Star Wars hipsters that are like, I'm totally gonna play this old card game that you guys haven't heard of. I have never apparently finish this quest. Because I've never found her with a new boy toy before. So that's nice. I appreciate that. I'm glad I came back looking for her. Okay, now we really need to go investigate those ruins. And deal with those droids. Oh, I'm not looking forward to it. But it's okay. Oh, Juhani, you're back.
I must give you my thanks. Because of you, I am once again
Yay.
welcome within the Jedi Order.
Have you spoken to the council?
I have spoken to the council, and they have helped me see the truth. The truth of myself and the truth of my
You
actions.
cannot, unfortunately, Darth Revan. You can get his gear.
I was foolish to believe
I'll
I
wait
could
till the
harm
dialogue's done.
Master such a
I have a
shield
bad
with
habit of
my-
talking over it.
My clumsy efforts. The fierce confrontation between us was nothing more than part of my training. Quattro wanted me to understand the threat of the dark side, to see how easy it was to fall from the path of light.
You can get Jedi robes that when they released at the end of the towards the end of the game, you can get these special robes that when Hasbro released the toy of Jedi Revan as opposed to Darth Revan, had these robes that you can get on him. But you can't get his actual gear in this game, Knights of the Old Republic. But in Star Wars The Old Republic, you can get his whole robes, his helmet, and his lightsaber in their cartel market. So where is Quattro now?
After our last battle, Quattro had nothing left to teach me. I needed time alone to explore the turmoil of my own spirit. Only then was I ready to follow a guide. You. Back to the light. When I left, Quattro knew her work with me was done. There are other disciples who need training throughout the galaxy, and she could not stay to see if I passed this most difficult trial. With your help,
She had to let you
I
fly.
have passed this difficult trial. The Council now feels I am ready to continue with my training, though they have asked me to wait here for the time being.
Giving you a second chance like this is a clear sign of weakness. Sometimes I find it hard to believe the Jedi could defeat my people in battle.
This has been a painful
That's because
lesson, Juhani.
Jedi give each other
It seems
chances
you've
to
learned
learn
well.
from their mistakes.
I'm certain you will be a credit to the Order.
I do not know what the Council has in store for me, but I will trust in the Force and the way of the Jedi to help me through whatever's.
She sure did. Whoop. That's that Mass Effect moment where in Mass Effect 3, sometimes it glitches and Shepard walks up and his head, like, just his head will 360 but like, what did you say to me? Absolutely. Yes, there is a mod that, I'm sure there's a mod that adds his equipment, but I'm playing on Xbox for the sake of for ease of streaming, so I don't have any mods on the game. I have used some armor mods before, so that all my all my people could run around and clone trooper armor with DC-15 rifles, and that was a ton of fun, but only when I play on the computer. No types of clones in this game. If you like grunt types from different factions, the Sith Warriors are pretty cool. I really like their armor. It's like a black bodysuit with gunmetal colored armor plates on top of the bodysuit, and they have a bronze-looking faceplate that is just flat. There's no features on it, which is really unnerving, and I think helps them make for really good bad guys. Unfortunately, the Republic uniforms are just like uniforms with a little bit of armor up here, and then with like a bucket type helmet. The Mandalorians are wearing Neo Crusader armor, and on one of the last worlds in the game, we can get our own set of the Neo Crusader armor, and then I usually equip it to Canderous right away because it just feels fitting. Ooh, let's use a flippin' grenade. And then run in there and do some front flips. That was a good grenade. That was a good frag grenade. There's these mobs. Deal with the horned cathounds. Those are the biggest threats. Wahoo! Alright, team. Good work.
Yeah?
You're a Jedi Consular, right? Oh, both Sentinels. Why did I think you were a Jedi Consular?
What?
Oh well, it's fine. Bastila, I just might not bring you on a lot of stuff. So I want to have a Guardian, a Sentinel, and a Consular if we can. But maybe we don't have any Consulars on our party options. Chrome armor. I don't know what the lore reason is. Maybe if their base is what produces it, they're just built that way. But no, I don't believe so. It is worth checking out some of the Mandalorian and Sith troop designs. Oh, if you want to see some really cool looking troopers, look up Havoc Squad troopers on Google. They're from the Old Republic, and they're like their special forces, and the armor is so cool. Nemo's remains. No, Nemo! Gone before your time. This droid is speaking a language you do not recognize. I don't understand you. This droid is speaking a language you do not recognize. I still don't understand you.
The droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
I can reproduce any of the languages spoken by the slaves of the builders. Hey! I understood that!
This language as well.
I understood that reference.
It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
Communication was vital to ensure that the slaves constructed this temple according to the wishes of the builders. But you are not of the slave species, neither of you of the builders. You are the ones, like the ones who came before.
It must be referring to Revan, the Dark Lord.
Hey, Revan! They just dropped your name. Nice! And it could be, maybe the shininess does help it reflect lasers, or blasters. It's possible. What are you? Why are you here? I am the Overseer. The builders programmed me to enforce discipline among the slaves while this monument to the power of the Starforge was constructed. At Project Completion, all slaves were executed. I was reprogrammed to serve should a builder return in search of knowledge of the Starforge. How long have you been here? The chronological circuits have marked over 10 full rotations of the system's outermost planet around the sun since the builders left.
10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years.
My goodness.
If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older
yes,
than the Republic itself.
Revan. The Starforge is basically an infinite, a bottomless factory, but I can't remember if it's confirmed, but it is at least theorized that the stuff produced by the Starforge may just have a natural dark side aura and may potentially corrupt people that use it, because it is a forge or a factory basically powered by the dark side. Who are these builders you keep talking about? The builders are the great masters of the galaxy, the conquerors of all worlds, the rulers of an infinite empire, and the creators of the Starforge.
These builders must have been an extinct people, though it is strange there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years
you can't make them in the Forge in the game, but I imagine in universe you probably could.
Constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
I mean, the Hutts kind of had an empire at one point. Something must have happened to wipe the Builders out. Empire of the Builders is infinite and everlasting. Ha! None can stand before their might and the power of the Starforge. Have you seen a builder recently? I have been here ever since the completion of this monument, and all that time no builder has returned to seek information on the Starforge. What is the Starforge? Starforge is the glory of the builders, an apex of their infinite empire. It is a machine of invincible might and a tool of unstoppable conquest. You don't really know what it is, do you? The Starforge is okay. It doesn't know.
Programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
I think some Dark Jedi use artificial crystals in their lightsabers. So it's not unheard of using artificial ones. I'm pretty sure. Man, there's been a lot of Star Wars lore, and I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a kid. Sometimes I get older and newer stuff mixed up. But I feel like it at least used to be that Sith used, I thought, artificial crystals, and that's why they were red. But I know the canon now is more that they take a lightsaber and a crystal from a Jedi and then corrupt it with the Force, or corrupt it with the dark side of the Force, and like cracking it, thus making it a red blade. Maybe it has nothing to do with the Sith.
Clear. We saw Revan and Malak speaking of the Starforge. I'm certain it is somehow connected to the Sith's sudden rise to power. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
So, when the builders, well, not the builders, but when the Infinite Empire reached Tatooine, it was much like our world is now. It was lush with life and greenery and had oceans and rivers. And then the Infinite Empire showed up, something happened, and then Tatooine became a desert world. So it's safe to say they're responsible probably for ruining Tatooine. Tell us about Revan and Malak, the ones who came before us. The ones who came before you, the ones like you, not builders but not slaves, sought knowledge of the Starforge and its origins. They proved themselves worthy. They discovered the secrets of the Starforge locked behind the sealed door behind me. But there was another who failed to unlock the secrets and paid the ultimate price. Oh, poor Nemo.
Must be talking about poor Nemo. The council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
How can I prove myself? Enter the proving grounds to the east and the west. Within them, those who understand the will of the builders can unlock their secrets and open doors. But those who fail will be destroyed by the power of the devil itself. More than this, I am not programmed to say.
Unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge.
Steal his robes.
Now Malak is using
Well,
the Starforge
maybe.
to fuel his
It would be nice if I could get more robes for
Find
Bastila.
out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Starforge. The Republic is depending on us.
Alright, let's check Nemo's body. Aha! You did have lightsaber or Jedi robes. So let's... Jedi Knight robes. Mine... Oop. Defense bonus 1. I think... I'm going to switch robes. I'm going to take the Jedi Knight robes, and Bastila can take the Jedi robes. I need the defense bonus. And I think I could just... I missed if I got his lightsaber. Well, I think Grey Jedi... A lot of the times when we see them tend to use silver blades. And I'm not sure what goes into the creation of a lightsaber with the silver blade. I don't know if they do anything special to the crystal, if maybe that's the artificial crystals that I'm thinking of. Or if they take a crystal of any color and then do something to it to change it. I'm not positive. Okay, here we go. These are these damn Guardian droids.
I'm here.
Who are gonna resist disable droid. Yep. Okay, we gotta do this the hard way. Here we go. Maybe with my master dual wielding, I'll do better. front flips. Ooh, you know what? I need to activate my energy shield. We're gonna activate his energy shield, and we're gonna activate her energy shield. We're gonna play this a little bit smarter. Good. Now we all have a little bit extra defense. Now go all out. Only 2 of these things we have to deal with. Do this. Sable droid! Energy save. Come on, team. You can do this. Basila, use your improved flurry. Stop using your basic attack. I don't like that our companions tend to default to their basic attacks really easily. Okay, that has gone much worse in the past. I'm pretty happy with that result. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, yes. All right, Basila. Heal me. What the heck are those droids made of? They're 2 Jedi and a Mandalorian attacking it. It isn't getting damaged a whole lot. These droids are products of the Infinite Empire, and everything they built is built to last. There is a statue actually right now that I want to buy that is Bastila like leaping over one of these droids and cutting it in half with her double-bladed lightsaber. Like, it feels fitting because these things are so tanky. To then get a statue made out of the moment of defeating one that's awesome. Ancient computer hums and throbs as you approach it. Its screen flickers to life and a stream of incomprehensible characters scroll across it. Press a button. This new sequence of equally incomprehensible characters appears on screen. Press many buttons at random. Talk to the computer. The computer goes silent. Its screen blank. A few extremely unusual characters then appear on the screen. The computer emits a rapid sequence of tones. You hear one of these tones softly echoed by your datapad. A small data receptacle opens in front of the ancient machine. Insert your datapad into the receptacle. The computer seems to be interfacing with your datapad. The screen goes blank again, then more familiar characters begin to appear on the screen. Familiar characters, but I can't read that. It doesn't make any sense. Talk to the computer. Go silent, humming softly. It seems to be processing data from your datapad. Your datapad is released from the receptacle, and the machine goes silent again before flickering for a moment before flickering to life again. Data interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Continue. Interrogative. Identify the 3 primary life-giving seed world types: oceanic, grasslands, and a boreal. Planetary type conducive to life-breaking life seal. Okay, so we've broken one of the seals on these doors. Let's go fight this other Guardian droid. Gotta psych myself up. I can do this. Me and my team can do... What? But the door's closed. Are you gonna walk through the door? You can't get through it, can you? That was weird. I've never seen that happen before. Here we go, though. Here we go, fighting these stinking Guardian droids again. Use y'all's actual attacks, guys. Come on. Sure. Ah, he stunned me. Locked me in the stun. Sure. Come on, Bastila. Anders, let's reposition you. He's just gonna keep freezing me in place. Bastila, you're not great with the lightsaber. What if I have ion grenades? Oh, ion grenades. Canders, throw some grenades. There we go. Okay, it's all coming together now. Okay, there we go. But goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Heal. Ooh, and you know what? Now's a great time to save. Alright. could be theorized that the Infinite Empire stole the Beskar metal from the Mandalorian planet Mandalore. It could be theorized. Maybe somehow they are the ones that also found like Cortosis alloy on planets, and maybe that was something they forged their starships and weapons and droids out of. All I know is all their stuff was built to freaking last, because it's all lasted for like 5 millennia, which is crazy. Talk to the computer. The computer goes silent, screen blank, unusual characters. Kick the computer. You kick the computer, your foot hurts. Machine stands silently waiting. Talk to computer again. Press a button. Press many buttons at random. Insert your datapad into receptacle. I missed that dialog box. Mighty. Interfacing with your datapad. Goes black again. More familiar characters. Talk to the computer. Since you're processing your datapad. Release datapad. Blah, blah, blah. Identify the 3 primary death-giving seed world types. Desert, volcanic, and barren. Breaking death seal. Alright. Teamwork! Hey, we're almost done with this. It's a good time. Alright, we're gonna finish Dantooine tonight, and then we'll call it after we reboard the Ebon Hawk again. Now, that is a very dark room. Here. Are there things in here? Lots of ruins. It's like the ruins go further in both directions. I definitely understand that, Revan. There are times where I'm just not in the mood to be even a jerk, let alone evil.
When they entered this temple, this must be where their journey down the dark side began.
I don't get it. Is this the Starforge?
A map. Some sort of intergalactic navigation.
It is. It's the first star map.
Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
So what is the Starforge exactly? Although I feel like they've already told us. I mean, I feel like it's in the name a little bit.
But Revan and Malak were
it is a forge in the stars, essentially. Oh no, the hiccups.
Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge.
Thank you, Revan. I appreciate the follow. Milkman, if you're still watching, I appreciate your follow as well. Means a lot, guys. Or gals, or people. No, dude, dudette. I use dude gender neutrally, by the way. Everybody's dude to me. So thanks, dudes. I appreciate it.
Corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be.
Perhaps those worlds have more clues.
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malak visited Korriban at least once. Perhaps they discovered something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
I can understand that, Revan. This is probably only the second or third stream where I've super interacted with chat, and it might just be that I'm more relaxed tonight. That's very possible. At least when I'm playing games like this, where it's not a shooter and I have to be paying active attention the whole time, I am going to do my best to continue to interact with the chat going forward. I've had a lot of fun doing it tonight. I will try my best not to talk during dialogue segments, but I promise you that it will happen sometimes because I just get excited. So thank y'all for coming and hanging out with me as we've finished up Dantooine. I did a quest that I have apparently never finished before, so that's really cool. I'm happy to see that destroying the droid was ultimately good for her and she found a boyfriend. Where's my party? Bastila, why are you so slow? Come on. We gotta go report this to the Jedi Council. I do also have a YouTube channel. I have the link on my Twitch channel. I upload my streams of playing the next day. So if you want to check out my playthroughs up to this point, or if you ever miss a stream, absolutely feel free to check out my YouTube and you'll find all the streams there. Appreciate that, Revan. Thank you for the heads up. I try and be polite and respectful to everybody. I thought... Have I not noticed that before? Okay, I feel like I've noticed the trees on top of the hills. But I hadn't noticed that, like, rock there for some strange reason. Any quests? Mandalorian Raiders? Oh, I need to go talk to John again. Okay, cool. That'll be the last active quest. Maybe it's in KOTOR 2, where you, like, can gradually heal when you're out of combat, because I don't seem to be doing it that much here. Oh, that's a good question, Revan. I feel like I'm gonna have to give it to the Rancor, because Deathclaws are big and mean and scary, but a Rancor is like 2 stories tall, and a Deathclaw is like, I feel like 10 feet tall? I feel like a Rancor would eat a Deathclaw or, in like 1 bite. Keep selling your wares. I'll be back when I have a lot more credits to buy some of your fancy gear.
Now those Mandalorians
Hey, John.
know what it's like to be hunted, but now that you've killed some of them, they won't stop until you've defeated their leader.
I already did it.
You must find him and kill him too.
I don't know if I've seen the Deathclaw alpha male, but to be fair, I've really only played Fallout 4. I fought and killed their leader, John.
Young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you. Again,
Thank you, John.
Thank you. I will be sure to tell the council of your great deed.
You're welcome. Ooh, 1,000 credits. I will take that. And I'll take the experience more, though. I just want to pick up mines. But I know that's a waste of my skill, my points. I'm gonna go with Persuade. I want to be more persuasive. I think it's time to take Force Shock for me. Alright, so now we just have... Now gain the position of the Ebon Hawk. Wait. I haven't read all this. You've now gained position of the Ebon Hawk, your own space vessel. With it, you could travel throughout the galaxy to any world you choose. Unfortunately, your choices are fairly limited right now because the Jedi Council will not let you leave Dantooine. Most of your party will remain on aboard the Ebon Hawk while you explore Dantooine. Should you need them, they will await you there. In one of the holds, there is a workshop of tools you can use to upgrade existing armor and weapons if you buy enhancements for them. Additionally, it would seem that Davik had stored a swoop bike aboard the Ebon Hawk before you stole it. If you found a track somewhere, you might be able to make some good money with it. Oh, I could do more swoop racing. Maybe my days of being swoop champion aren't over yet. Oh man, did it one-shotted you with power armor? Wow. Bastila seems to have something on her mind. Perhaps you should talk to her about it.
How can I help?
Speak to Bastila. You look like something's bothering you.
Not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that.
A Force Dyad.
I can feel it, as I'm sure you can.
The first one
The nature of
that
that
we've
bond
come
and its
across, I
effect on our
think.
mission remain in question.
Doesn't the bond mean my presence is necessary?
Necessary, perhaps, but it is no guarantee of our success. I admit, I'm a little disturbed that such a bond could be possible in the first place. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Our relation... Wait. Do I want to tease her? I mean, I like her. I'm going to tease you a little bit. Our relationship? Is this... No, I'm going to treat this seriously.
Don't worry. These are simple questions.
I'm going to treat this
Nothing too
seriously.
intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
I'm a Hutt in human form plotting to overthrow the Republic. Nothing extravagant. I'm a soldier. As one of my best friends would call it, I'm a basic bitch soldier boy.
On which planet were you born?
Revan, there is something more dangerous than a Rancor. It shows up in Force Unleashed 2. And the first thing we see it do is, like, eat a Rancor in 1 bite. Dorelia in a remote system.
Excellent.
Why?
Your current age is?
Wasn't all this in my service records?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what did you find out, Bastila?
You were honest, which is good. and you treated this as a serious matter, which it is, this bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
Excellent. I will speak to you again aboard our starship, the Ebon Hawk. I have to go off on a tiny little tangent for a moment. So, KOTOR and KOTOR 2 exist, and they say the name of the ship plenty of times in dialogue. Ebon Hawk, Ebon Hawk, Ebon Hawk. But when I listened to the audiobook, Revan, and the reader, who does a great job, calls it the Ebon Hawk, like, it creates this moment in my brain where I just disconnect from the story. I'm like, that's not how you say the ship name, and I don't understand how you mispronounce it when you have 2 full games of people calling it the Ebon Hawk. So it's like, it takes away from that book a little bit. It wouldn't if I read the book instead of listened to it, but I just got about that, because every time I play this game, it pops back into my head that space creature capable of swallowing entire fleets of Star Destroyers. The only thing there's a couple things that have the ability to do similar things to what you're describing, Revan. There was the World Eaters in the Rogue Squadron game and in the, I think they were called World Eaters, and the Dark Empire comics, which were these big, partially automated starships that were also a forge that could break down materials, basically eat material and then just crap out whatever you programmed it to. And at one point, Lando flies a Star Destroyer straight at like the command one of these things. Actually, the other way around. I think it comes up to Lando in his Star Destroyer that him and the rebels were using, and it just starts eating the destroyer and just crapping out droid starfighters. I think this creature appeared in Legends. There's also a Yuzong there that sounds like it could be. I feel like there are Vong ships that do similar things, but I can't think of a single creature that can consume fleets of warships. If you find out what that is, please let me know, because that sounds really cool. We found an incomplete star map and mention of something called a Starforge.
News of a Starforge.
Lie to the Jedi Council. Of course.
Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Starforge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you.
Xenos.
Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Starforge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Starforge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Starforge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins.
You guys only know
showed you
half the story, I feel like.
But it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Starforge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets.
Urgil, that's what they're called. Interesting. I'm going to have to look that up after the stream and learn some more about those. That sounds pretty cool.
Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban. And we believe they will lead you to the Starforge.
I'm ready to do the Council's
The Jedi
world.
numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission.
Look like whale squids. Nice.
We would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith.
Were there flashes of that in the Solo movie? When they were going through the mall?
Is that one of those things that like they had to distract with the escape pod of the white and blue version of the Falcon? Coincidentally, my favorite version of the Falcon because I love blue, and the white and blue on that ship looked great. Am I to undertake this task alone?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith.
I will probably stream tomorrow evening at least a little while, Revan. I'm not sure if I'm going to play some more KOTOR and continue, or if I'm going to play maybe some Old Republic online on my computer. But I will probably do some streaming, and I will, once I figure it out, I will try and update my schedule to show that.
We have granted her request.
But I do normally stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for about 2 hours at least. Great. Bastila and the Catwoman. There are others I want to join me.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest.
I agree.
Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
When do I
leave? You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning on Padawan.
T3.
The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
You guys pray? Well, 3PO being a protocol droid and T3 being an astromech, I feel like T3 is one of my favorite astromechs, and in the second game, I feel like he gets really sassy. I liked 3PO more in the prequels because he didn't feel like he was being an ass about all the stuff. Young dude looks 20 or 30 at best. Right, I agree, but Master Vandor is Yoda's species that can live for like 900 to 1,000 years. So I'm pretty sure we're like a baby to him. It's like when people in your 30s refer to teenagers or people in their 20s as like, oh, you're just a baby. I'm gonna correctly go to the landing pad now. Ooh, Candace, do you have more stories for me?
Yeah, what do you want?
Ooh, more war stories,
I was one
please.
of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our Basilisk war droids as quickly as I had.
Basilisk war
Except
droids are so
Mandalore
cool.
himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat.
I don't know, but you don't have to put your age in the stream, in the chat,
brought back
Revan. It's
stories
fine.
of his achievements.
Show off. What
I
was your
remember
story?
it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with the basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle. Every new warrior has to fear to understand
That is a
how to beat
valid
it.
point.
You must know that. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
Yes, Revan, you are correct. During the Mandalorian Wars, though, on a world called Sirocco, the Republic was using it as a staging world, and basically set up refueling stations, landing platforms, and barracks around the cities of the local inhabitants of the world. And when the Mandalorians arrived and they saw this, they felt like the Republic forces were basically using the locals as shields. And so their response to what they referred to as a defense without honor was to fire nuclear missiles bypassing the Republic fleet, specifically to hit the staging areas on the world that were unfortunately stationed at a lot of local settlements. A lot of them survived thanks to Carth Onasi and a Jedi named Zane Garrick, who were able to warn the locals because Zane had a vision. But it does happen in Star Wars, and that was viewed as a very barbaric and evil thing to do, because he basically nuked the world over what they did. I think that's the only time I have come across nukes basically being used in Star Wars, but if there are more, feel free to let me know. Also, Canderous' story sounds awesome. You dropped from orbit riding a droid?
Exhilaration. The euphoria I felt
so cool.
as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
That was some fight.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
Revan, I love Halo. I love the universe. But yeah, Canderous is like Master Chief, but I think even cooler to me. Because sometimes he does fail. Sometimes things don't work out. Man, who did I like? No, I probably like Master Chief before I ever knew about Canderous. But yeah, he is a little bit like freaking Master Chief.
I'm here if you want something done right.
Copy that, Canderous. That was a dope story. Alright, let's go. We'll board the Evan Hawk. I'll try and talk to everybody. Maybe. We'll see if I'll do all the talking. I might save that for the start of the next stream. Padawan, a word if I may. There are many rumors about your most recent meeting with the Jedi Council. There's talk that they are sending you on a mission to help us against Malak and the Sith. I don't think they would want me speaking openly about it. Please understand that I'm not asking you to reveal anything that could endanger the Order or the Republic. Whatever task the Council has given you is for your ears, not mine. I only want to wish you well and to warn you to be careful. There are many evils out there, many dangers. The Sith are not the only minions of the dark side. What are you talking about? Oh, on Taurus, the Rakghoul Plague, which was actually, funny enough, a Sith creation. There was this talisman that a Sith Lord, he had raised an army of Rakghoul in the past, with this amulet, and then he put like his essence got trapped into it, and then it was hidden on Taurus. And that is what started the Rakghoul Plague, and then it perpetuated, so it was just constantly, there's always somebody new stuck with it, basically. But yeah, that was it was all because of a Sith guy. What are you talking about? Master Dork has been training me to succeed him as chronicler here in the Academy. In my studies, I have come across tales of creatures that are born of the dark side, monsters of pure evil. The worst of these abominations are the Terran. I'm just going to call them Terrans. A beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the Force. Over the century, many Jedi have fallen to their ravenous hunger. What makes this creature so dangerous? The Terran is a predator, and we Jedi are its prey. They are incredibly strong with a primal cunning, and they have an inborn resistance to the Force. There are some who believe the Terran is a monster bred by ancient Sith mystic. Fortunately, they are quite rare. They only dwell in the most dangerous and darkest of places. In fact, only one has not been seen in nearly 40 years. Yes, I'm pretty sure the whole reason we get warned is because we encounter them. I believe we'll encounter one on Kashyyyk, and then I think we will encounter a handful of them on Korriban. Sounds like they are extinct. This is not the first time the Terran have vanished for long periods of time. Many believe they can lay dormant for years only to rise and hunt when the power of the dark side waxes full. I fear Malik's rise may have woken these creatures from their dormant state. Once the Sith are beaten, I would not be surprised if the Council organized another great hunt to try and exterminate them. The Great Hunt? What's that? The Great Hunt was organized by the Jedi Council shortly after the war against Exar Kun. Jedi were scattered throughout the galaxy, helping to rebuild from the devastation. Many Jedi vanished during this period, disappearing from a variety of worlds without warning. We did not know they had been slain until their mutilated bodies began to be discovered. The Council investigated and discovered that the Terran were responsible behind the killings, and it was decided the galaxy had to be purged of these insatiable monsters, though the cost proved high. So the Jedi just killed the Raccoon Plate is worse than the Kratos virus. Ooh, another deep cut from the X-Wing series. Great series. Yes, I believe so. I think it is an actual threat with the Raccoon Plague, but with the virus with the Bacta stuff from the X-Wing series, that was much more of a misdirection or more of a manipulation tool to get the Republic to make like bad decisions or prioritize getting Bacta and stuff over some other things and to make them look bad. So yes, the Raccoon Plate is definitely worse. Cost. What cost? Many Jedi banded together and journeyed to the planets that were suspected of harboring the Terran. The Great Hunt did not rest until all the creatures had been slain, or almost all. There were still rumors of them on the planet of Korriban, a dark world some believed to be the birthplace of the Sith. This is where Exar Kun was corrupt during the First Sith War. They never went to Korriban. The Council, fearing more Jedi might fall to the dark side, declared the hunt officially over, though 3 Jedi were appointed to continue the work. The work of killing the Terran, you mean. The Jedi chose to continue the hunt on their own were Durin, Keldroma, Han Sheres, and Shayla Nur. These 3 shared a powerful bond, and each of them were devoted to the light. The Council felt that together they would be able to defeat any Terran that they found. By supporting each other, they could resist the temptations of Korriban and the lure of the dark side. But none of the 3 survived. Their master felt them become one with the Force when they left this world. He believed they were slain by one of the monsters they sought. The Council felt it was too dangerous to send anyone else in search of their remains, so their exact fate is not known. But let their deaths serve as a warning to you, Padawan. Thank you for the warning. I will be careful. A final warning as you go. Do not underestimate the Terran. If you do, you may suffer the same fate as those who disappeared after the Great Hunt. Funny thing, so there was, in those 3, there was a man, a human woman, and a Twi'lek. When they did get sent to Korriban, the man and woman formed a relationship, and the Twi'lek was like, oh, this is because of the dark side corruption of Korriban. I'm leaving. So he leaves and goes to Kashyyyk and falls against a Terran that he tries to fight on his own. And then the couple, the man falls. They basically go into the tombs on Korriban to try and cleanse them of the Terrans, the Terrox. I didn't talk to you. Keep going. Thank you. And eventually he falls, and then she eventually dies to another one. So are there any remnant members of the Infinite Empire and current events of Star Wars? Are there any? By the current day, by the movie era, the Infinite Empire is gone. By the time Darth Bane came to power, they had gone extinct. Malak now controls the Sith fleet. He's hunting Bastila tirelessly, fearing her battle meditation. Okay, we're 30 minutes over the time limit. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna talk to people, see if I can get some more information. There's some supplies. Container's empty. There's the container. Don't have that one yet. Supplies. Some store of emergency supplies and food. Canders, do you happen to have another war story ready? More war stories?
Want another war story?
Yes!
You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh?
It is unfortunate, Revan.
Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now. If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Why? What
The
happened?
asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
What happened next?
It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
So, Revan, I know there was a Sith that was studying the ways of the light side as well, to try and become more powerful, but then was drawn towards the light side and started to sabotage his Sith stuff, and his apprentice had to stop him. I don't know about the one that owned a mining... Well, Darth... Was it Plagueis that owned the mining company? I don't remember if it's Plagueis or Tenebris that owned a mining company, but neither of them were particularly good. Again, if you find out who that was, Darth Silas, I will look that up here in just a minute. After this dialogue, the warship counter fled at incredible speed. The ship!
But we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. There's something else you want to know?
Darth Silas. That name's kind of familiar. Hang on. It's from the Dark Jedi Brotherhood. Vicious killer. He doesn't seem like he was a good guy. That is definitely a Sith character that I didn't recognize his name, but it doesn't sound like he was a good guy. Darth Rum. Darth Rum? That's fantastic. Tell me he was a fan of drinking rum. Are you a Ruin? Nope, spelled that wrong. Managed to forget half the letters. Darth Ruin. Ooh, an Embaran. Was a master of the peace who lived near. Huh. I'll have to read his story later.
Your choice.
Right, nothing more for now.
I'm here if you want something done right.
Journal entry added. Ooh, I wonder if... Oh, I need to go check. I bet I should check on mission.
Hey there.
Mission.
What can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about your brother.
Sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up.
Why do you hate her so
My brother
much?
and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay. Until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazic. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked.
Did Lena
I
dump
thought
him?
Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road.
Maybe she actually liked Griff?
I saw Lena for what she really was, a busty, credit-grubbing cantina rat. She used Griff and took away the only family I had. After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were gonna try and make their fortune off.
No worries, Revan.
promised
I'll
as soon as he
probably
made
look
enough
it up
credits,
after
he'd come
the
back
stream and
get
see if I
me.
can figure it out.
And we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years
Darth
ago. I
Zana
haven't seen him
was
since.
Bane's
I don't
apprentice,
even know
though, I
where
can
he
tell you that.
went.
I'm pretty sure. Slash maybe Bane reincarnated, but you'd have to read his books. How was this Lena's fault?
Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Taurus, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was the hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay, have it your way.
No. Okay, Zalbar's not going to talk to us, about his backstory at all until we go to Kashyyyk, and I don't think T3 has a backstory yet. I'll ask you some questions. Beep, boop, boop. Just chime in if you ever have any advice. Alright. Is anybody in here? Eventually this is Krea's cabin in KOTOR 2. Let's go talk to Giovanni. Zalbar?
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the Grove. It was wrong of me.
Hello, well. I wouldn't put it past him. That would be super cool. And some of the artwork, the dude is like shredded. You thought the dark side had consumed you. It's nothing.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own.
Do not worry, Giovanni. I forgive you, Giovanni.
Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I try to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed.
It's a good talk. Good talk, good talk. Vastla, do you want to open up to me about your past? This is the galaxy map, the Ebon Hawk's onboard navigational computer. When you're ready to leave Dantooine, you can use the galaxy map to travel to other planets around the galaxy. Awesome.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Well, let's talk to Garth. Just want to talk to you.
Argue some more, is that it?
I'm always up for a good fight. I'm just kidding. I just want to know why you don't trust me so much.
What does it matter that much? Why can't you just leave it be? I just don't trust easily. And for good reasons, which are my own.
But we have to work together, Garth, so it has plenty to do with me.
Oh, damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I?
Nope.
You want to know why I don't trust anyone?
I'm persistent.
Fine. Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malak were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
Okay. Revan, I know what you're talking about. has to do with that Sith amulet that causes the Rakul plague that I was talking about. There was a crossover story that went across 4 different comic lines that Dark Horse had at the time. It started in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, following Zane Carrick and finding the amulet on Taris. Then it went and the next time it was brought up was after the Clone Wars during Dark Times, the Dark Times comic line. It picks up again during Star Wars Rebellion, which was the Rebellion comics happening at the time that took place between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. And then that story wrapped itself up in Star Wars Legacy, which takes place like 150 years after A New Hope, and follows the adventures of Cade Skywalker as he fights against the Sith Order or Sith Empire of the time. I think that's probably what it was, because Luke was involved in that. And when I forget, either in A Dark Time when Vader finds the amulet, or it happens in Knights of the Old Republic. When the amulet is found, there's the moment where it's like somebody's having a vision and they're like, I don't see, when is this happening? And you see Vader or Zane, you see Luke, and then you see, I think, Cade, and they're all like, they all in chime say like, it's happening now? I'm pretty sure it's been a while since I've read these comics, so I'm probably paraphrasing, but I think that's what you're referring to. I think that's as close to time travel that I've seen. Again, if you find anything else, I'm always down to learn more Star Wars lore, even if it's expanded universe. It's still fun to me. Who can you trust? I suppose you can't. That must have been really hard to take.
No, it wasn't even that. There were others. Good, solid men, trusted men who turned on us as well and joined their cause. Malak and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done, but the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
You say that with such hatred, Garth.
And I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just... No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay. Revan, I think that's something more recent in Star Wars. Well, I guess it's always been about the balance of the Force. And it's basically like the reason, almost like the reason Rey was supposed to be so powerful in the Force was that the dark side had gotten really strong and had Kylo Ren and Snoke, and even the reborn Emperor, or the clone Emperor, however you want to look at it, who were very powerful, and there wasn't a light side counterbalance to that. So it was like the Force created the balance by potentially making Rey like so powerful. Another example could be, you could take Anakin's story. You could say that he did bring balance to the Force, though he had to destroy the Jedi Order to do so. And some characters in some stories will talk about how maybe it was time for the Jedi to end in the way that they were, and that they needed to change. But it's like, if the light side is really strong, and they have an army of like thousands of Jedi, but only like 2 Sith opposing them, it's like the Force makes those 2 equal to the Jedi Order. But that's in a lot of ways because they, after the new Sith Wars and after the rise of Darth Bane, the Sith got a lot more sneaky with shit, and they had more of a long-term plan, and that's why they were just slowly building up over time instead of immediately build an army really fast and then crash against the army of Jedi waiting to fight you, sort of thing. Again, I tend to go off on tangents, and if I totally miss the point of your question, I apologize. You have something you want to ask me?
How did you know?
Wow, none of these options are great. Well, you keep staring at me. See anything you like?
You are easily the vainest, most arrogant man I have ever met. Besides, I know you can't be serious, since I was purposefully not staring in your direction. I am a Jedi, remember?
Purposely not staring in your direction.
To reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. I mean, whatever I feel... whatever I think about you.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really
I think she has a crush on us.
I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's
She got
mind.
so defensive.
We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences.
I promise to be careful with these superpowers, okay? I won't make anyone jump into a pit. You could warn me when I do something bad. Blink once for dark side, twice for light. Yeah. Shh. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't played the game, Revan. What do you think I should do?
There's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters, but I fear that won't be possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future.
Thank you.
We must all resist the influence of the dark side.
I'm glad I don't have terrible impulse control in this game.
This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
I will try.
Without the proper training, however, I'm afraid you will find the path difficult even with the best of intentions. There is great danger ahead for both of us. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
It works both ways, doesn't it? You could help me stay strong.
That is true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master. Not yet. And there are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
I would appreciate any help you could offer.
I hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Okay, I've talked to everybody on the ship. We can now begin exploring.
Then I suggest
exploring or going to other planets. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and call it here. Revan, if I ever get in the mood for Fallout, I will stream some. Sometimes I get in the mood for Fallout 4. I own New Vegas and Fallout 3, but haven't played more than an hour of them. Once I finish this game, I'll see if I can do like a poll or take requests for games to play next. My plan right now is to, once I finish this, go right into KOTOR 2. I just started this week, so my plan is really just to stream a lot of my old games that I really love playing, have a good excuse to play them, and then when new games come out that I get super excited for, I'll almost certainly stream those too, because may as well. But yeah, I'll see about probably Fallout 4, and I'll probably stream Fallout 4 with mods, because I get very bored without like a lot of the weapon mods. There's a really fun one, an ODST mod that overhauls and adds like ODST and like a secret base underneath the castle that's got like a whole pelican hangar and everything. You can play Fear. I played Fear a really long time ago. I think that was that old 360 game with the ring type girl on the cover. I think So I played that game a long time ago. I don't own it now. But I am going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you all for joining in and coming and hanging out with me in my stream. I really appreciate it. First week of streaming is down in the books, and I appreciate all the followers. Please check out my YouTube channel if you want to see the rest of my playthroughs for the campaign. And until probably tomorrow night, I hope you all have a fantastic evening and a wonderful rest of your day. and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.